This is assignment 31, and this is going to be an interesting one. The work itself is easy to do, but it's figuring out how do you do it. So because you're in advanced 7th, we're going to try to do the front and the back. We'll see how much time it takes. But first of all, the first thing that I would do if I were you is you're only going to have to solve 6 problems. Okay, you're only going to have solve 6 problems. So when you get started, you know, you might want to write your 3 times 0.25. In fact, I could do this front and back. The right below it is 20, space it out, so you've got some room, times 0.5. Then the next one is the 3. In fact, I'll put 3 on the front and 3 on the back. 3 divided by, is it 0.25? 0.25. So again, space it out. So again, you only have to solve it 6 times. Then I left off right here, the 20 divided by 0.5, then the 0.25 divided by 3, then the 0.5 divided by 20. Okay. Now, they're all right here. Okay. I just wrote them in order.
What do you mean space them out?
Space them out so you have, so it's not a big mess.
Well, what do we need to space out?
Okay, because you've got a front and a back, and you might as well. You've got a front and a back, so you don't need to scrunch it all up on one side. So this is for the work. Now, what's going to happen on this particular one, Mason, I need you to focus, please, thank you, is you will end up doing a multiplication of this one 3 times. You'll do this multiplication 3 times on this worksheet. You'll do this division 3 times. You'll do this division 3 times because there's 16 problems. So some of these are going to repeat. You're going to do this division 2 times and this one 2 times. So you can kind of see, oh, you know, I have 4 of something. It can't be right. Then the mixed up answers are on the bottom. But let's go ahead and I'll start with an example. So I gave you 2 sheets because the other one, I'm going to do some drawing here. So let's go ahead because the scenarios, even though there's 3 different types of this one, there's 3 different scenarios that they're going to be telling you. So you've got to figure out what goes with what. So it says a running track is 0.25 miles long, which is a 1/4 of a mile. How many laps of this? That question is important. I'm looking for how many laps around the track are necessary to run 3 miles. Before I say a thing, who knows what you do? Okay.
We would have to set out
3 divided by 4.
Okay, what makes you say that, Fred?
Because how many 0.25 are there?
Okay, this shows you're a pure genius because you are right. So here's the, I'll draw a picture of this. You don't have to draw it unless you want to. Here is the track that it is a 1/4 of a mile around. But he's going to be running how long?
3 miles.
He's going to be running 3 miles altogether. That is my total. So total of 3 miles. Okay. Does he run around it at least one time? Yes. That's 0.25. Does he run around it again?
Yes.
Because that's 0.50. In other words, I'm trying to find out how many times he runs around this to get up to 3. But we don't have the time to always, you know, draw those pictures. So I'm going to draw this another way. Is if I go 0.25 miles, that's 1 lap. If I go another 0.25 miles, that's another lap. If I go another 0.25 miles, that's another lap. So as I'm drawing this picture, I'm taking the total and do you think I'm multiplying that total times 0.25, or am I taking that total and seeing how many 0.25s are in 3 miles? Am I multiplying or dividing? We're dividing. We're taking this 3 miles and we're seeing how many of these are in there. So essentially we are dividing. So you will have your, so what you're going to do on this is you're going to put which, it's not an equation, well, I'll say equation. You're going to put which one you're going to be using. What goes first, the 0.25 or the 3?
0.25.
Okay, what is it that I'm dividing? Am I dividing the 0.25? I'm dividing the 3. I'm dividing that total of 3. That 3 has got to go first, divided by the length of each lap. You're going to leave a space right now for the answer. And then once I get that answer, you need to label it. In fact, we'll go ahead and do this one. 3 divided by 0.25. If you already wrote it out, it's this one right here. So again, you only have to work it 6 times, 6 different problems. So if I'm working this problem, what goes on the inside? First guy goes in the nice warm house first. Always. So it's 3 divided by 0.25.
Well, we have to show our work first.
You must show your work.
So we have to rewrite it again.
Okay, well, we will. Okay, just chill for a second. You'll get it. So we're going to solve this one. How many places over do I need to move the decimal?
2.
So 1, 2. But wait a second, there's no decimal here. What do I need to do?
Add 0.
Before the zeros.
Oh, 4.
Before I add zeros, I've got
The
to
decimal?
the decimal. You've got to put a decimal. And then you've got to move it. Now, this is really important. You may not work where you've just moved the decimal. You must rewrite it. So it's going to be, and it has to be a cleaned up version into, what are we going to put here?
0.
Zeros. So it's now going to be 300. And I know that that's going to go perfectly. I'll just put this up here anyway. So, does 25 go into 3?
No.
O for no. And does 25 go into 30?
Yes.
How many times?
1.
1 times 25 is 25. Subtract. Bring down. And how many quarters and 50 cents?
2.
2. So that goes perfectly. And that is our answer. Now, you'll never have to solve this equation again. You've already solved it once. So the next time you see this setup, you'll just write this and the answer. So over here on this first one, we got, it is 12 what? Is it 12 peanuts?
12 miles.
12 times.
You go, okay, hold on. You look at the question. What are they asking? How many laps?
Yeah, 12 times.
So the answer is 12 laps. He has to make 12 laps. So you're going to be doing, again, 3 things. You're going to be stating which of these that you're using. You're going to be getting the answer. And you're going to be labeling it. So you've got to do all 3. This one's easy. I'm not going to do this one. This one is actually, I think we did that one. Okay. No, we didn't. On this one, if they divided equally, but guess what you're going to be doing? Oh, don't tell me that. He's joking. Dividing. Now, okay, Bubbles and 2 friends bought a bottle containing, oh, and by the way, I forgot one thing. That 12, go down here. There's going to be 3 answers with 12. Cross one of them out. Then, there are Bubbles and 2 of her friends. They bought a quarter of a liter of root beer. If they divide it equally, how much will each person get? Who knows what you're going to be doing on that one?
Dividing.
Okay. What are you dividing? Valerie, what?
Oh, 22 divided by.
Yeah, and let's see why. It says, how much will each person get? How much of what? Of the root beer. So I'm not dividing up the people, I'm dividing up the root beer. So that's going to go first. 0.25 divided by what?
3.
Yeah, because there's 2 friends and Bubbles. So that is 3. And then you're going to get that answer. And then you're going to, oh, I shouldn't have put the other equal sign. You're going to get your answer and you're going to label it. Guess how this one's going to be labeled? They divided up the root beer and it was in liters. So whatever answer you get, it's going to be in liters. I'm not going to do that one for you. So you'll find that problem and you'll solve that the one time. And in fact, this one here, 3 times 0.25 is right here. I can actually put it up here if I want to use it again. That's 12. So I don't have to solve it again. So I'm going to leave that one for you to do. But let's look at the number 4. So the number 4 is how many kisses, in fact, that's my labeling. How many kisses? I need to find out how many kisses there were. How many kisses can be made from 20 ounces of chocolate? Each super chocolate kiss weighs 0.5 ounces. How many kisses can be made from 20 ounces? So I'm going to draw a picture. Do we know how much chocolate they have altogether? Natalia, do I know how much chocolate there is altogether? Okay, 20. So this is my total of chocolate. There's 20 ounces. Okay, and every time I find...
Wait, do we need to write it on a different sheet of paper? Or just for like that?
Okay. All right, on... Where am I at? This one. Okay, on number 4. So each one weighs 0.5. So a 0.5 ounce is 1 kiss. Is there another 0.5 in there?
Yeah.
Yes, there's another 0.5. That's another kiss. There's another 0.5. That's another kiss. There's another 0.5. There's another kiss. How can I find out how many 0.5s are in that total? Divide, because I don't know the number, so I'm not going to go 0.5 times some number. I've got to do the opposite. So you take your total divided by the weight of the individual. So the total is 20 divided by 0.5. So I can already put that on here, that this is, I'm taking my total divided by the weight of each, and that should give me the number of what? Of the kisses, because every 0.5 is 1 kiss, another kiss, another kiss, another kiss. So again, you're going to be dividing. And in fact, I believe this was the easy one, but we'll go ahead and, it's right here. So we'll go ahead and do that one. So on this one, what goes on the inside? The first guy goes in the nice warm house first. Then divided by the 0.5. Okay. Can I start that yet?
No.
You have to do what? Move the decimal once. And where does the decimal go on this? At the end, like a period in a sentence, and move it once. What do we have to put here?
0.
And then you're going to rewrite it, clean it up. 5 into 200. I think that's going to go perfectly. So does 5 go into 2?
No.
No. So again, no other number can go there. Please put that 0, but then when you show your final answer, you can take it off. So 5 into 20 is 4. Is that my answer?
No.
Who knows why not?
There's another 0.
Yeah, because I need an answer over every number. I need an answer over every number. I need an answer here over this number. So 5 times 4, or 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract, bring down, and I still have to divide. 5 goes into 0 how many times?
4.
0. 4. He was just joking. All right. And so that comes out perfectly. So the answer is 40 what? Kisses.
Wait, so you want us to draw it out, right? Or
If you need to help you, you can.
the other paper we have to.
The first paper, you've got all 6 problems.
Okay.
You're solving each one, how many times?
One time.
One time. So you're only solving one of each of these. So show that work neatly, and then again you're going to set it up. If you already had this set up before and you've already got that, okay, where was this one? This was right here. If you already knew that it was 40, then you wouldn't work it out again. I already know it's 40, it's going to go right here. Because again, you're going to have 3 of these that use this one. Yes, Fred?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but all of these are mental math.
Okay, well, I'm not going to lie either. You still have to show me which one you're using. Okay.
It's not even what she said, I just don't want it.
Okay. So that's the way how it goes, people. You have to show me which one you used. Okay.
So we don't really need to do anything with you.
No.
Okay. Just somebody later help Sean. Okay. All right. So girls and boys, let's quiet down so we can get done. Is on this one. Let me see. The discount is 0.25 of the regular price. Before, what did we learn that you do with of? You multiply. Like 25% of something is a multiplication. So I'm not going to go over that one. That one's pretty easy. All right. Let me ask you on this one. Because you're advanced, I'm not going to do that many.
We're advanced and I didn't do that many.
No, I don't need to. Okay, so on this one, pack of construction paper is that thick. You've got a pack. And if there's 20 sheets of paper in the pack, how thick is each of the sheets? Does anybody know what you're going to be doing?
It's multiplied 0.5.
Okay, so your mental math sure just didn't work because that's not right. So that's why I gave you, girls and boys, that's why I gave you an extra sheet of paper because you should get used to, here's number 6. Sometimes it helps you to draw it out. So for example, a pack of construction paper is how thick altogether? It's 1/2 centimeter. You're right, 0.5 centimeters. That's my whole pack. And it has how many sheets of paper? It's got 20 sheets of paper in this whole thing. And I'm looking for the thickness of one of those sheets of paper, of one of them. Matthew, what do you think?
That answer will be.
I don't want the answer. I want to know what you have to do.
You're going to have to divide 25.
Okay, are we dividing up the individual sheets of paper or are we dividing up the total stack? I have to divide up the total stack to find out how thick each individual is. So it's going to be your total. Usually the total is first. So it's the 0.5 divided by how many pieces of paper do I have? So divided by 20. And that will tell me the thickness of each piece, of one piece. So have we done that one before yet? No. So that one again, okay, I shouldn't hear you. All right, so on this one again, sometimes you have to draw it. And so that is going to be 0.5 divided by 20. And that's going to equal the thickness of each sheet. So you can get your answer, and it says how thick. And you can put how thick. You can either put, the number and thick, or you can put it in the unit. Do you think our answer is going to be bigger or smaller than 0.5? People, this is my total stack. Do you think each individual sheet is bigger than 0.5? No, it's going to be a lot less. These are going to be a lot less than that. So think. All right. Those I'm not going to do. What do you do when you find an average? I've got, you have a grade of 80, 90, and 85. How do I find out your average?
Oh, you add
You add 11 and divide by
And then you ultimately you divide. So this is a division of something. You just have to figure out what. But we're going to go to this one, 14. All right. So there's a string of lights. It's supported by 21 equally spaced posts. If the distance from the first post to the last post is 0.5, a half of a kilometer, how far apart are the posts?
I have a question. So, you said that all of these, like, word problems are gonna be on the top. One of the problems
Yes,
on the top.
yes, they will be.
This is a 21. And 21 is not up there.
Okay, that's a brilliant statement. Because guess what? You're not going to use a 21.
No. They didn't read it.
So, girls and boys, yeah, I know you try to stump me, and that's okay. You can try.
Good job.
All right, so,
You tried it, kid.
okay, girls and boys, let's quiet down. Let's quiet down. So, if I were doing this problem, I would go, because I don't know how to do it. I would go, well, let me picture this. So I'm going to be picturing it by going, I should have used a longer section, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So, again.
There's not.
Okay, shh. There's not one. Sir. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, it says, so this is why I gave you the extra piece of paper, in case you need to draw pictures. You need to learn how to do this. Then it says, if the distance from the first post to the last, from the first post to the last is a half of a kilometer, how far apart are, I'll add a word, the individual posts. In other words, how far is it from here to this post? And they're all equally spaced. It should be the same distance from here to here, from here to here. And again, one of the key words is, oh no, they don't have a keyword. How far apart are the posts? But who knows what I'm really looking for? Christian.
How much space is it?
Very good. I am not looking for the post, 21 posts. I'm looking for the space in between. And there's how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So usually when you have this post problem, the spaces are usually one less than the number of posts. One less. So now that we know we have 20 spaces,
Times 0.5.
do you think?
So you good?
Nope.
Okay, Christian. I'm looking for this space here. Is this amount right here bigger than 0.5? No. I'm not telling you that each space is 0.1 and I've got 20 of those. Then I would multiply, but I don't know this distance. Who has an idea what we need to do? We're dividing. What are we putting first?
0.5.
Are we taking that? Oh yeah, the 0.5 is your total distance. So we're taking the total divided by the number of spaces. So the total is 0.5 divided by, how many spaces are there?
20.
They're divided by 20. And I'm going to, so again, I'm going to go ahead and, have we done that one before, 0.5? Oh, so here's a good example of, this is 0.5 divided by 20. Hold, is which one?
2254.
Oh, I didn't do that one yet.
0.0.
Did you already do it? So it's the same answer as this one. So you don't need to if you've already done this, you don't need to rework it. You can just go ahead and put your answer and then say the unit. So how far apart are each of the posts? It's going to be what labeling? Kilometers. Okay, so make sure that you have this, the answer, and the labeling. Okay. Do you think that you guys could do the rest on your own?
Just this page or?
Yeah, I was thinking of throwing in this one, but
Since we already have like, I think.
you have 15 more minutes.
Yeah, we can finish. No, I cannot.
The back is estimating. It's really easy. Like this is about 60 divided by 30. The answer is what? It's about 2. This one is, what is it? 320 divided by 8? 4. No, 40. Is that side easy? I'll put it on something else. Go ahead and work on this side. Work on this side only, and you may begin. On which one? I've got them right here.
Look. For this one, I don't think that's 12. Wouldn't that be divided
Oh, that I
by?
put it on the wrong one.
Yeah.
I should have put it on this one by the divide. Yeah, girls and boys, I put this. We did this one. 3 divided by 0.25. So hold on, Charlie, come here. What's that? So Candy.
Thank you.
Okay. So again, this one should go with the 3 divided by 0.25. This one is the answer 12. Okay. And then again, make sure that you're finding your answers. And that is it. Have a good day.
Do I get guess?